regards of the coconut, thing that I made yesterday was maybe I should have used a little less. Maybe I just used too much. But I could feel it in the throat after, some hours down the line. I began to feel it in the throat. But I went out swimming and thought, maybe that would help. And well, I guess I just took too much. So, of course, there was a lot of antifungals, putting into the coconut drink at that point. And the thing is, I haven't really, the thyme oil and the other Marium or something like that is new to me in regards to trial. But of course, the oregano oil is antifungal as well. So it had a huge, actually had a good punch. And yeah, that seemed to be a good punch. Yeah, at least. I didn't feel so good, actually. So that's, well, I do feel better now. But that's that's the thing. I have a way of just jumping into things, right? So I was looking at the internet in regards to PubMed 1574231, and maybe I could actually just copy it to my Facebook, and then can actually look at it on the mobile, right? That would be let's see here, and the link in the background is, by the way, my test site. So in regards to one of the players, I have two players that I have been working on, to a music player and a video player, and of course it seems to go forward in regards to that, but there's still a lot of work to do on that, and it's a little hard when your mind is not really totally straight. But anyway, let's see here. All the treatments of antifungal treatments have a way of. I remember, I think it was on the second day of diflucan, I lost my head totally. I was incredible. I went out for a walk, and I was like, I just felt like it. I think I was killing a lot of fungus at that point, and might have released a lot of toxins or something like that. I felt like totally out of hand. I think it was on the second day. Where my mind just, went kind of haywire. But yeah, the day 4 was the worst in regards of just everything going, crazy in the body. And of course, after those four days, it became a lot better. But I absolutely got a response from doing, I had what should we say, 2 days ago, I think it was, where it began to like a little cold or whatever, But it's still figuring out, it actually is in the Roman timeline today that I would start on the diflucan. But I'm thinking maybe I actually should wait a little just to until I feel a little more upside in some sense. And of course, I am still attacking the fungi on many angles. So. But I am like a little, maybe I should wait a couple of days. I've just taken the last bit of, what is it called? That's a good question. Yeah, I thought, maybe let's try it out. I have it for free in my home, so I thought, why not try it out? Sodium bicarbonate. And when I heard Doc talk about it, I was like, okay, that's, I found out that I actually had a bottle of it. But long ago, actually, for against Candida, I guess. So I have another one that's, close by that I haven't really used. I guess I haven't dared using it, but it's sodium molybdate, and it's said to clean out toxins from the fungi, but I haven't really dared try to use it and all that. But anyway, I took the sodium bicarbonate every morning, around a teaspoon, and just be careful, because if you go overboard, you will go on the toilet, I found out, and so you have to, and the beginning was pretty, but you actually get used to it, over the days. But that's empty now, so there's no more of that. Of course, I can always order something. It's not the, it's pretty cheap, But I'm not sure how it actually, whatever. The thing is, I'm doing so many things, and actually I have had a good amount of rest down under the belt, which is very nice. But of course, I'm also doing so many other things, so it's a little hard to actually figure out what actually is working and what is not working, or maybe it's a combination of everything, right? And the diet, of course, low on sugar and all that. I do have some avocados, but they are low on sugar as well, but, still there's some sugar in it. I tried eating the shell as well. It doesn't really taste good, but it's said to have some, I think it was antifungals, and it shouldn't be poisonous for man. Now there are some animals that apparently can die of, of ingesting the skin. Now the skin is terrible actually. But whatever, if it works, who knows. So some garlic on top and some salt and all that, and then just eat it, right? But really, the skin it doesn't really taste good. There are some other avocados with, another form of skin on it. I don't know if it actually, where it's thinner, but I don't think I found them without, where they spray on them and all that. These that I have here are, what do you call it, ecological, I don't know what you call it in English, but ecological, where they're not spraying them and all that. But yeah, there are another kind of avocado that I know of where the skin seems to be, and I actually overall like those better than, but it's seemingly like the other ones that is, I guess, what is it called, hassle avocados? I'm not sure, but I do like the other ones better. But again, I see them, sometimes you find them, but overall it's usually these guys. So I think it must be loaded to my Facebook. Let's have a look. And this is from PubMed, and I was just looking into it. Now I took antifungals of different kind yesterday with the coconut milk, and again I should have started lots, 1 drop of every, instead of 5 drops, and whatever. That would probably have been better. But on the other hand, if it gives a kick to the fungi, it's okay with me. I had a dream, like, I was like, why are you so persistent? It's like the fungi telling me, why are you continuing to? I don't know if that was a connection in regards to that, but I had this, I woke up actually, and it's like, why are you so persistent? It's like, and I woke up and I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe it's the fungi trying to send me a signal. The thing is, the fungi can mess up with, with when you see animals and insects and all that, how they can mess up, and control animals as well. Is it or insects, whatever? I do wonder, is insects defined as animal? Anyway, whatever. If you go on the internet, you can find all these things where you actually also parasites. Parasites can control its host. Fungi can control its host, and they seem to be releasing some things that actually make it, that's, how it works, I don't know. But one of the things that was in regards to psychedelic thing, where people are taking psychedelic things when they get into this, it seems like there's a link with demons and fungus. I don't know, but there seems to be somewhat of a. And it seems like that the dark forces in this world are pushing for fungus food, and taking away all the things that actually can kill, fungi. So maybe there's like a physical and spiritual link there, that seems like Oh, anyway. Let's see here from PubMed. Okay, so this is from NCBE, PubMed and all that. So, antifungal effect of various essential oils against Candida albicans, potentiation of antifungal actions of amphotericin B, by essential oil from Thymus vulgaris. I'm not sure why. Potentiation of antifungal action of amphotericin B by I don't understand why they have but anyway, I think amphotericin B is the thing that you get intravenously. Again, just some weeks off the topic of fungus, and I've lost so much. I feel like I have so many holes already in regards of things that I was pretty sure of, and now I'm like, how was it, and all that, thinking like, oh, how was it, this. Anyway. So abstract, the antifungal effect of essential oils from Saturia montana, L. lavandula, augustifolia, mill, again, Latin names, I guess, Lavandula hybrida reveron, apparently we have some problems in regards of, Syzygium aromaticum, Maril Peri, and Origanum vulgara L, and Rosmarinus officinalis L, and 6 chemotypes of Thymus vulgaris L. So, and 6 chemotypes of Thymus vulgaris L. Stop saying that I have a low connection. Look at the connection. It's like linear in the top, you just give me a break on that. The insanity of this program is that you can't actually, fix it. Like, it has to be like huge, right? Coming out and destroying the video pretty much. Instead of just putting it like a little sign down in the corner or something like that. No. Yeah, we have to have, it's the insanity of app, I don't know what I can do. I have a nearly full, stop doing that bullshit, Oh, it's incredible. Sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. Can't do, sometimes things just works without any problem, without getting anything in regards of network status. And it's kind of, yeah, I wonder if it's actually just YouTube that is the problem here. But anyway, this is incredible. Is it going to continue with this, Yeah, apparently it's just going to continue to do this stupid thing, which is kind of annoying. And I've apparently heard that there's actually sometimes no problem when it actually does it. So, I really don't know what to do at this point. It would be nice if there actually was an application that actually, worked without this stupidity. But anyway, let's see here. The most efficient was stop. Or could you just stop it? Don't you think I've seen the message by now? You have to be kidding me. Oh, I'm so tired of technology, and programmers that can't even make, you have to be kidding me, No. This is just insanity. How hard can it be for the programmer to just think for himself that people might not want to have a huge sign in front of them, while they're making a video? Or maybe be able to set the resolution before you actually start recording, right? Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a little, yeah, I guess, I should probably just, it is what it is, right? So the most, could you please stop, okay, I'll try something, and, because this is really, really, okay, yeah, continue with giving me the warnings, yeah. Okay, so I should be back on 4G. Thymus vulgaris thymol chemotype. Not sure why they have all this chemotype thing. Is it because they're using it like, I don't know. But it is from Thymus vulgaris, apparently. And I actually looked at now, where did I put it? I looked at the bottle that I had, because the Latin name and all that for Oh no, yeah, that's great and all that. Whatever. Come on. Oh, come on. Could I? Oh, apparently, it's just. Let's just do it this way. And of course, you can't actually you can't remove that little icon when you are in live mode, which is another insanity. And now apparently I have problems actually turning on the camera. What is wrong with this bullshit? There we go. Okay. So I looked at the thyme oil that I have that I used yesterday, and it is Thymus Vulgaris. So I don't know. I can't remember how it actually. Let's just have a taste again, and just a single drop. There we go. Now that I haven't taken any other essential oils, I should be able to taste. Oh. So what do I think about the taste? Well, it's pretty powerful actually. It is pretty powerful, and it doesn't really taste so good actually. It's not like the peppermint for sure. That's you can feel it's pretty. It's going up on my upper throat here, and it is pretty powerful. I guess it tastes a little like the thyme, big surprise, right? But anyway, but it is really, compared to, it does remind me of these, it has this, this flavor of that kind of, interesting. I haven't really used it much in food and all that. I usually go around that. If I remember, it's like a dry, herb thing and all that. So I have, I guess maybe it's not, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just, but some of the other herbs seems to be easier to, maybe it's just me, I think it's like this thing, actually, let's look a screenshot up, right? Wow, that was, interesting. Again, we have problems apparently with the mobile reacting. You have to be kidding me. No. Apparently not. I can't even take a hold on the picture. I don't know what is, the mobile apparently is making, weird things. I don't know. Hello? Could you please just, yeah, technology, you really, after I become a Christian, the technology just makes huge amount of issues. It's interesting, it's like, then it just, began to be even more of a, where I got one weird issue after another. I don't know if the demons can do something in regards to technology and all that, but, it seems like there are things where there might be some powers to, playing in regards to things. Anyway, so, hearing stories from others and looking at what I've experienced myself. Here we go. And that, I usually jump around this herb. It's really stilky thing, and, but maybe I should actually use it more. If I had a garden, there would be so many options just to grow a lot of antifungals like oregano and thyme and whatever, just grow a lot of good antifungals, and you could just take it fresh from your garden and, crush them up and use them in your food and all that, would be very, very good. But I don't have any garden, but yeah. That was the exact same thing but yeah, it tastes, pretty much like the plant, of course. Well, no, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's just a lot more powerful, for sure. And I guess if I don't get the herb in regards to food, maybe just, the oil, that's a way of getting the taste. I don't know, in regards to the taste, it's different in some sense, it's, I guess something to get used to. What is okay? Haven't I fixed it like it's only one line? Apparently not. If you turn it around like this, then we have 3 lines. No, okay. Well, okay. You can still see a lot of text, so I guess that might be okay. just accustomed to the other application that actually, they oh, not that one. They have a way of doing things on different ways and all that. If we go to here, we can see it's like one line, right? And if I turn it around, it still continues, if I remember. No, it actually does that. Wow. Okay. My bad. I guess I've, remember wrong. Okay. There we go. Interesting. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. Now that we're not getting any warning signs and all that. Where is the insider blows the... No, where was... Did we lose it? Apparently we seem to have lost it. Oh well, we'll just go on Facebook and open it again. Or maybe I used another browser. I don't know. Oh, I'm using AdBlock. Okay. We need to go to Firefox. My bad. There we go. So, okay, so that, it was what I was thinking about and all that. But apparently this is antifungal. And of course, thinking of plants and all that, what is the enemy of the plants? Well, fungi is one of the main enemies of plants. Fungi seems to love eating, these things. And thereby they, of course, would have antifungals to protect themselves. That seems to make sense in my mind, at least. So let's get back to the antifungal effect here. So it's said to actually be the most efficiency was obtained with the essential oil from Thymus Vulgaris, thymol chemotype. Not sure what the last thing in regards of, if that is the component of it, but MIC is I've looked at that thing up so many times, but it was a minimum inhibitory was it in no, I can't remember. Incredible. MIC in it's something that you see a lot of times. There's also MIC what is it called, doctor thing, whatever. Let's see if we can find it. It was like no medical. Okay, let's see. Minimum inhibitory concentration, that was. And if I remember correctly, that is the dose that is the point where it stops the growth of the fungi. So this is the minimum. So it's not the thing of, I guess, that you would actually, I guess, you have another thing that is called something else, where you actually, there's something in regards of killing it off. So you have, but I can't remember what it was called. I still have two videos on my computer on this subject that I haven't seen yet, and that is from my research from weeks past. But I haven't really gotten to see them again. But there is the MIC, and there's something else as well in regards of killing it off. But usually you see the MIC. Maybe it's the essential oil that ended up being a little too much for my body. Maybe I should take some water and just there's a little water in this one. There we go. So the most efficiency was obtained with the essential oil from Thymus Vulgaris thymol chemotype. MIC 80% equals 0.016 micro something microliter maybe divided by milliliters, and calf equal 296 microliter I think it's microliter anyway, divided by milliliter. The presence in the culture medium of essential oil from Thymus vulgaris, thymol chemotype 0.01 and 0.01 and 0.01 and 0.1 and 0.2, 0.3 micrograms per milliliter, and amphotericin B involved a decrease of the MIC 80% of amphotericin B, and amphotericin B is the medical orthodox system of antifungal where they use it intravenously, if I remember correctly. In contrast, the combination of amphotericin B and low concentration 0.000 or 0.00031 to 0.0025 micrograms per milliliter of essential oil was antagonistic. And again, we have all these big words and all that. It's just incredible. I don't have the medical book anymore because I only had it for a month, and then you needed to pay for it. And it was on offer and something. But still, it's indicating opposition or resistance. Okay. Anyway. Again, the thing is it's like the Bible, when it was in Latin that we were not allowed to, understand the Bible because it was only in Latin. It's the same thing with the medical system. They know another language, and it's not because it's actually hard to understand things, but it becomes hard because they use another language, and thereby they hide the truth behind these words, and does not let the public become aware of what is good and what is bad and all that in regards of health. And of course, they are getting a lot of money. It's a greedy system of money, and it's very profitable. Anyway, the strongest decrease, 48% of MIC, that was the minimum inhibitory concentration. 80% was obtained with medium containing 0.2 microliter divided by milliliter of essential oil. These results signify that the essential oil of Thymus vulgaris, thymol chemotype, potentiates the antifungal action of amphotericin B, suggesting a possible utilization of this essential oil in addition to antifungal drugs for the treatment of mycosis, and mycosis in regards of fungal infection. If I remember correctly, but I don't have we have mycosis and mycoses, I think, and I think that was, anyway, it's a little hard to, to remember everything. I might be wrong. Mycosis. Let's see if it actually has it. I don't think it. Oh, actually, here we have mycoses, an inflammatory condition caused by fungus. But we don't have mycosis. I think mycosis must be the singular and mycosis must be the plural. Don't hold me up to it. But again, these weeks of toying around with HTML, in regards to websites and all that, have pretty much, made me lose a huge amount of what I, it's, so I have to refresh a lot of it. And now, of course, not to say that I, but I was at a point where, I had to have a break. But yeah, so mycosis, for the treatment of mycosis, I think it's the plural form. We also have, what is it called, antimycotica and antimycoticum, and one of them is singular and one of them is plural. But I got a misinformation, and I ended up, I can't remember which one. I think mycoticum is singular and mycotica is plural, but I'm not sure. The thing is, someone told a false thing, and I got it mixed up, because of that. And Of course, you can, the idea is that, to know where you can actually find the information. If you, for example, search antimycotic care and wiki, you should be able to find antimycoticum is singular and antimycotic care is plural. There we go. And of course, we could maybe also look in regards of the word we have here, mycosis. Mycosis. That was nice with also the doctor's medical book and all that. Mycosis, I was correct. Mycosis is singular, plural is mycosis. So again, you see, it shouldn't be so hard to actually just say it, right? Addition to antifungal drugs for the treatment of fungal infections. Is that so hard to say in English? No, it's not. But because they're hiding away the truth from us, they're using all these, stupid words. Antagonistic, what was that? That was in regards of working together or something like that. Now, it doesn't seem like they actually say that that thyme in itself is antifungal. I'm not entirely sure, but they do point to it's helping the antifungal that they have, which they use in regards of F4-tyrosine B, which is used in regards of intravenously, putting into the blood and all that directly. But that's the thing I have here in regards of essential oil that I used yesterday, and I used something else as well, and these were pretty. That was the what is it called, Genuium or something like that. I can't even remember. It's incredible how all these words, and my brain, there's so many things, and my brain is really it's difficult. Oh, geraniol. I actually found an article where they use in regards of animals. And it's also interesting, I remember when reading about horses and women, in regards of their forum, and they were treating the horses with natural things. And I'm like, okay, so they treat the animals with natural things, but not us. It's just stupid. So yeah, that was that article. I'd hoped a little more, but yeah. I guess one can just, go up here and maybe search Thymus Vulgaris and then search essential oil or Candida maybe. See here. I found out that the Danish woman that is apparently educated on the university in regards to medical and all that, and she's interesting in these things as well. And she talked about the geraniol being very effective against Candida albicans. Here we have in regards of Candida albicans, antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects. In regards of, best switch to. It's actually only one of 20 of 63 hits. Antifungal activity of essential oils against Candida species are isolated, clinical. That would be interesting. We have effect of clove and thyme essential oils on Candida. And again, cloves is something I eat, like candy. So, getting things into your diet, right, while you... we evaluated the in vitro. I think that's outside, in vivo and in vitro. The thing is, both of the words are with a V, so it's I think in vitro is, we could just look it up. I don't think I need to have a medical for that. Nope. Environment outside the living organism. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I'm thinking, overall in regards of how I have it at the moment, maybe I should actually postpone the diflucan, because having tried these other essential oils and all that, might be a good idea just to wait a little with the diflucan. But at least I have the possibility of getting it and all that. I don't know. Maybe I should get down and buy it and get going. I'll have to think about that. I still have some hours to think about that. If I should. Of course, I can always go down and buy it. At least then I have it for whenever I want to, start up on the diflucan again and give it another hit of the diflucan. I'm using pretty much everything. Antifungals of natural means the diet, low sugar, and diflucan, which is from the medical mafia, which is synthetic, and I don't really like using that, but, if I can hit this, if I can totally wipe it out, that would be, yeah. And I was pretty desperate in some sense. After the explosion, it was just so horrible. Having itch all over my body, pretty much. That was just horrible. Or, most of my body was itching, and things were crawling in my skin. It felt like crawling and nipping, itching, of course. And absolutely that has become a lot better now. Still feel sometimes a little here and a little there, but absolutely have taken the volume lower. I guess the biggest problem I have at the moment is actually my arms. And of course my arms was pretty hit in regards of these brown spots that I got over all my arms. And I never had brown spots before. And, I could just feel the beast in me, coming out in my arms and all that. And then afterwards with the explosion, it became even worse and all that. And the spots came with these, so it doesn't look so good on my arms. Well, I guess, other people have it more of a natural, they have them and all that. But I never had them before, and they came with the thing. So there seems to be absolutely a connection with the explosion of, and in regards of, it moved from the breast out in the arms first. And then, of course, later on, the explosion from the breast out in the rest of the body. And it was just terrible. Absolutely terrible. So here we have antifungal activity of essential oils against Candida species isolated from clinical samples. Abstract, we evaluate the in vitro antifungal activity of essential oils obtained from the aromatic plants Laurus nobilis, Thymus vulgaris, and again, Thymus vulgaris is the thing I have here. Mentha piperita. I think that's actually in regards of mint. I don't know. I have two different kinds of species or variations of mint. Let's see, what do we have here? In regards of Latin language. This is Mentha arvensis L. Variation pipariscens. Mentha arvensis herb oil. What was the other one that they talked about? That Mentha piperita. Let's see if this one is. Let's see this one. Peppermint. Yeah, so the peppermint from the Danish is Mentha piperita. So again, different kinds of peppermint and all that, but yeah, and that's you have different. What shall we say? It's still peppermint. Just a little difference in the taste. But whatever, it's peppermint, so if whatever the case, it's good in regards of you give the the wonderful anyway. So Mentha piperita, let's see, that would be interesting to see if it actually also is antifungal. Combopoken citratus and Libia uniliana against the following Candida species isolated from clinical samples. C. crucia, that's Candida crucia. N equal 10, not sure what that is. C. Candida albicans. N equal 50, Candida glabrata. N equal 70, and Candida parapsilosis. I can't even remember how. Parapsilosis, I think it is. N equal 80. The minimum, there we go. That nice that they would, use the whole word, the minimum inhibitory concentration, MIC, was determined according to EDF 731 document from UCAST. And I think UCAST was something in regards of fungus things, but in regards of fungus, what do you call it? Fungus not institute. Yeah, well, institute. A group. In regards of fungus, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that was it. We also have some fungus groups in Denmark and all that I looked into, but I found 2 websites and all that, but I think that was 2 websites in regards of it. I think that was, and maybe one of them was in regards to the UCAS, and the other we have a Nordic thing in regards to fungus and all that, and you could become a member and all that. I don't know if you actually needed to be a educated person to actually become a member and all that, but anyway, they get together once a year. So that would be interesting, if one wanted to know about fungus and going to a place where they might love to talk about fungi, right? Anyway, amphotericin B, that's the antifungal in regards of intravenously, and fluconazole, that's diflucan, while the antifungal drugs used as inhibition control. The concentration ranges evaluated were 0.4 to 800 and 0.03 to 128 milligrams per liter minus first. Not sure how that works out, but anyway, for essential oils and antifungal drugs, respectively MIC 50 and MIC 90, and I think that was maybe in regards of percentage of it stopping the fungi. I think that was something like that. That if you have the minimal inhibitory concentration of 50, I think it was like 50% being stopped, and MIC 90 would be 90% stopped. But there's something else called, in regards of killing it, which I can't remember what it's called, but I'll find out at some point again. I'm at a mode at the moment where I'm swinging from my website and my fungal thing and all that. So which actually makes it a lot. I have other things. I have so many things. I just don't. It's really, it's. I really would like to, close a lot of lids on things and all that, and sadly, I'm just seemingly opening new ones all the time. Anyway, MIC 50 and MIC 90 mode and ranges were calculated. It would be nice just if I could just totally annihilate this fungus, this beast in my body, and then take a break from it. Just continue, of course, with a good diet and so forward, but knowing that I'm keeping the fungi at bay, and that would be nice. But I've been at it for in regards to starting this time, it has been a good amount of time. 4 weeks of diflucan and 2 weeks before that of nystatin, and doing other things and all that. So going low on food and all. Yeah, it's just and so it takes its toll in some sense of. Yeah, it's not, but it is moving forward, it seems, but it's really taking longer than I had. In regards to the diflucan, I had hoped that diflucan would just totally wipe it out, but it didn't. But it it did absolutely make it a lot better for sure. But it didn't just take it out from one day to another, which my hopes were my hopes was most likely a little too high on that account, but it did absolutely make it better. So it did absolutely do what it, and again, I have four more weeks that I can go out and get and take another hit and still continue with natural antifungals as well. So having multiple antifungals to kill this beast, but it's a vicious beast. It really takes time to kill it. It's not like where you're just having a sickness and it's over like in 5 or 10 days or something like that. At least not on this level where it has rooted itself. Having had 19 years at least for rooting itself in my body and not knowing what it was and so forward and trying different things and all that. It is, and really tearing me down for sure. I'm probably looking a lot older than I actually should. But that's the way it is. It wouldn't be a surprise compared to, having had this monster on board for so long and, releasing its poison and all that and pretty much, stealing my nutrients and all that. Anyway, so yeah, I probably look older than I am. Also, it's actually interesting because I regards of fixing my hair off and my beard, I don't really have any dandruff, which is a surprise. I remember just after the explosion, oh, my dandruff on the head was just, it was huge. I could just continue to, and it just continued and continued and continued in regards. Oh, it was just horrible. And now, like I've had hair on my head for a good amount of time, compared to the diflucan and the other things, really helped on the itching and all that. So I didn't need to cut it off every 15 day. So I think I had it for 2 months or something like that. Where I've had hair, and I cut it off this time because there are still some things here and there, but really, when I cut it off, there doesn't really seem to be any dandruff falling out of the hair. I was like, that's amazing, So not really of any anything of any So if that is going to continue in that direction, that would be wonderful. Anyway, and we have a low battery, so it might actually jump off here. But so it seems to be going in the right direction. The concentration ranges of MIC 50 and MIC 90 mode, and ranges were calculated. All the Candida species, and that means species, if I remember correctly, Candida species evaluated were susceptible to amphotericin B. MIC less or equal to 1 microgram per liter minus 1. I'm not sure why they would in regards to minus 1 and all that what they so you're moving the comma one step to the I'll see here, one step to the word life. No, I'm not sure. Anyway, one step to the left, I think it is. Anyway, or what? I don't know. While fluconazole, that's diflucan, was inactive for Secrosia, MIC greater or equal to 32 micrograms L minus the first, which I still don't entirely sure know what is, and intermediate for Candida glabrata, MIC smaller or equal to 32 micrograms per L minus first. What was in regards to that? There was different kinds of Candida species that also but I can, there's some of the Candida species that goes again and again and again. Of course, I know where to find a lot of the information again. And I wonder if I actually, we have the Danish thing where they talk about it, and I found some graphs in the past in regards of which kinds of Candida is actually the most of issues and all that. Anyway. So the essential oil showed antifungal activity on Candida species tested with MIC 90, values ranging from 0.8 to 800 milligrams per liter minus the first. In general, the most active essential oils were N. nobilis and T. vulgaris. What is that? Is that, oh, okay, so the L nobilis is Laurus nobilis, and T vulgaris is Thymus vulgaris. Again, they're shortening the things. They love to do that, apparently. MIC 90, 0.8 to 0.16 micrograms per liter minus the first. Actually, I think I still have the application where you can actually learn how to write reports as a doctor, But anyway, how to do it correctly and all that. And of course, that would make it probably open up more of, how to decipher. It's like another language, this thing, Anyway, and the least active was C. What is C? That must be Compopogan. No, that's not it. I don't know what it is. The least active was C. officinalis. What do we have? Anything with? We only have Compopogan citratus. We don't have anything in regards. I don't know. C. Maybe it's in regards of Candida officinalis. Yeah, it must be a Candida species then. Candida officinalis, MIC 90.